All of us may want to live in a palace, but how about studying in one? Well, welcome to University of Greenwich. Once a palace and London's iconic landmark, the university featured in some of the biggest Hollywood blockbusters including Thor and Pirates of the Caribbean. But the university is more than that. It attracts students from all over the world and is UK's most progressive universities. And to answer all your questions about studying at the university, we have with us Sejal Gandhi. Let us welcome her. Also, let me know which other universities you'd like me to cover in the next videos in the comments below.
Hi everyone, this is Sejal Gandhi here. I am looking after the admissions and the recruitment of India, Nepal and Sri Lanka for the University of Greenwich. Let me quickly introduce you to our university. So as a university, we've got 3 campuses. Of course, our main campus is located in London, and we have 2 other campuses. One is in Medway, which is in Kent, and we have another campus which is also located in London. The main campus, that's the Greenwich campus, is in fact, interestingly, it was a palace earlier, which has now been converted into a campus. It's by the River Thames and it's a beautiful, beautiful campus. Interestingly, you have bits and pieces of your Pirates of the Caribbean, Thor, which were also shot at our Greenwich campus. That's just, of course, a little trivia that I would like to share with all of you. But there have been quite a few movies that, we have shot at our Greenwich campus. So yes, it's actually a beautiful location. You can catch a river taxi by the River Thames and you can reach anywhere in London, honestly, within 10 to 15 minutes. So that's, again, a brilliant advantage that we have. Of course, most of the courses that we teach at Greenwich campus would be your IT and business related, keeping in mind the proximity to Canary Wharf, which is the financial hub. The other campus that we have is Avery Hill, where you have most of your health and sports related courses that we teach. Again, an interesting thing about that campus is it has 3G pitches for football, hockey. Currently, we're tied up with the Charlton Athletic Football Club as well. Again, for all you soccer enthusiasts, actually. The final campus is, of course, located in Kent, which is about an hour away from London. And that is mostly our science and engineering campus.
Right, I think you missed one point there, Sejal, which is I think the whole world time is calculated from the campus, right?
Greenwich,
the GMT.
of course, the GMT.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if you haven't heard of Greenwich, GMT is your point of reference.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Moving on to the next question, Sejal, which is about the entry requirements. So, what do you usually look for in a student at a UG and PG level? Like, what kind of academic and English language requirements? And plus, do you offer any IELTS favors to Indian students?
So usually for our Indian students, basically for UG, we do have a basic entry requirement of a 70% in Standard 12. And of course, for business courses, we do accept profiles that are 60% and above for Standard 12. Now, what we do kind of look for is, of course, a basic profile in terms of the fact that, we don't accept more than a 2-year educational gap for UG students. Of course, this is keeping in mind that, we had the pandemic, so there may have been a lot of students who may not have been able to apply instantly. But I think that is basically, of course, any co-curriculars, any additional, talents that the student has. Of course, that is very much appreciated and looked into as well. But apart from that, to be very honest, it's as simple as getting a 70% or a 60%, depending on the course that you wish to apply for.
And for the UG, for the PG, sorry?
PG. So for the PG students, we do have a 55% criteria for most of our courses in terms of bachelor's. For certain courses, we do have a 60% as well. Again, those would be your architecture, law courses, which are slightly more niche. But honestly, it is basically 55 and above in bachelor's. And the gap is 5 years, basically. So anybody who's completed their bachelor's degree within a span of the past 5 years is eligible to apply.
Right. And are there any IELTS waivers available for Indian students?
Yes, absolutely. So for UG students, we do give an IELTS waiver at 70% in Standard 12 English. Of course, we do have certain regions. For us, they become slightly high-risk regions.
Right.
That would be your standard. I think it's there with every UK university, be it Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat. There are certain states wherein we don't offer English waivers. Where an IELTS would be mandatory. Of course, we do have other alternate English language tests. We have the OIETC, which is in accordance with the Oxford International. We, of course, accept PTE. We accept TOEFL. It's not only that the IELTS the student has to give, but it would be IELTS of overall 6 with 5.5 for UG. For PG students, it would be an IELTS of 6.5, or again, we give a waiver at 75 in English. So,
75 in English.
Yeah, 75 in English.
And that applies to the state board students as well, right? Barring a few, right?
Yes, barring a few.
Cool. Moving on to the next question, Sejal, which is again, I think the most important part where I think a lot of Indian students look at, that is scholarships. So what kind of scholarships Greenwich offers to Indian students at UG and PG level both?
So again, see, to be very honest, at PG levels, we offer very minimum scholarships. The reason is that we have certain courses which are popular, for which have a limited number of seats, right? But yes, there are certain courses which are very niche courses where we know the student is very good, or the profile of the student is probably judged more strictly. Those are the courses wherein we can still consider the student for a scholarship. Of course, that is for your PG courses. For UG courses, we are way more flexible and honestly with scholarships, and the UG students can avail a maximum of £3,000 of scholarship. So what they have to, so the whole process is that, of course, they have to first get an offer letter from us. After which they go to our website, and it's a very simple one-step process. They apply for the scholarship. During this process, they are simply asked 1 or 2 profile-based questions. And depending on how well they answer the question, we decide on the scholarship amount.
Okay. So that's 3,000 is applicable for all 3 years, or is just for 1 year?
It's actually a one-time scholarship. Of course, there may be instances where the student does academically well in the first year and second year. That is when there is an internal scholarship which completely is decided upon by faculty. That is not, of course, awarded by but that's, of course, a different process that we have.
Great. Moving on to the next question, which is about the career support. So obviously, a student who's graduating, they're looking for support in terms of getting full-time jobs, and maybe when they're at university, they're looking at support in terms of part-time jobs. So what kind of career support university gives in both cases, like full-time and part-time jobs?
So of course, when it comes to part-time jobs, we do have a whole number of student societies. We have an international office. So we have a lot of opportunities that the students can avail of within the campus itself. Of course, we have a fantastic alumni network as well. We have a fantastic, inbuilt student teams, student centers. So of course, they offer you a lot of support in terms of job leads, in terms of assistance, even for part-time jobs. But yes, when it comes to full-time jobs, we actually have a specific employability team that looks after the students to ensure that every student gets sufficient assistance for the job. So let's put it this way, that for the business school, we have a separate business school employability team, which is dedicated to our business school students, which currently, in fact, is an award-winning team as well. So last year, it won an award, in fact, for, being one of the most efficient teams in terms of the kind of employability that it does provide to our students. Of course, for our finance students, we have HSBC, we have Barclays currently, we have KPMG that are already recruiting students from, us. So we have a lot of support that we give in terms of helping you with your CV. We hold various workshops. So, the students will get ample assistance.
Right, and I believe the university campus, it's located very close to the business district of London, which is Canary Wharf again. So I think students do get advantage of actually, getting in touch with these employers on a regular basis, right?
Absolutely. So that is the reason why we are having our business and IT courses at the Greenwich campus, which is, of course, at Canary Wharf. Again, this is to ensure that, the students are in close proximity, and they can, they get maximum assistance, they get maximum advantage of the location as well. In addition to that, for our computing courses, we run a program called Nurture, which is again similar to a workshop that helps. It's a career mentoring scheme basically that we have. So there are a lot of these things that are in place with us. And currently we are amongst the top 3 in London for student satisfaction ratio as well.
Right.
Cool, that's great. Moving on to the next question, which is again a very important question in terms of someone who's willing to study at Greenwich. So what are the average costs to pursue a UG or a PG program at Greenwich?
So all our UG programs currently would cost you £15,100 per year, and they're all 3-year courses.
Right.
For PG courses, they range between £16,000 to £18,500. So we have a couple of courses which are 2-year courses that would include your civil, mechanical, engineering, MBA. Now they all come as a 2-year variant, which means that the first year the student studies and the second year is actually a 10-month internship that they do. So typically all the 2-year courses will cost you £18,500. Of course, the good part is that the entire course fee is only for the first year. Second year, there's actually no course fee. The student is actually doing a live internship.
Right.
And the 1-year PG courses range between £15,100 to roughly £16,000 per year.
Right. Cool. So Sejal, one last thing. So what kind of tips and tricks you would like to give to prospective applicants who want to study in London and particularly Greenwich?
So guys, honestly, put in your applications early. Don't wait till the last minute, because we close very quickly. There are certain courses, especially guys, your engineering, pharma, MBA, business courses, they close very, very early. So I would urge all of you that if you're interested in applying to Greenwich, put in an application at the earliest. Go visit our website. We hold a couple of open days wherein you can actually interact with our faculty, you can interact with our team. So, just go onto the website, that's www.gre.ac.uk. Go to the website, check out, our open days, sign up for our open days, get as much information as you can. We also have a fantastic virtual tour that we hold on the website. It is a 15-minute virtual tour that just quickly takes you across all the campuses, that shows you where you can stay, what the campus looks like. It's a little 3D virtual tour that we have. So guys, visit the website, get more information, and apply quickly.
Cool. Thank you so much, Sejal. It was really nice talking to you, and thank you again for doing this. And I hope this session will be very, very useful to all the Indian students out there who are wanting to study in London and UK, and especially Greenwich. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you again soon.
There's never a better time to study in London and Greenwich. Why not start your application with us? There's a link in the description box below. Go sign up for a free counseling session. Wanting to know more about some other universities in the UK that offer quality education at an affordable cost? Why not check out this video, flashing on your screens right now.